I, you. I, you. He, she. It, they. He, they. It, they. I am here. He is there. She is here. She is there. It is here. It is there. They are here. They are there. You are there. You are there. You are here. We are here. It is there. They are there. We are here. They are here. This is a man. This is a woman. That is a man. That is a woman. This man is here. That man is there. This woman is here. That woman is there. This is a table. This table is here. It is here. That is a table. That table is there. It is there. This is a hat. It is a hat. This is a hand. This is the thumb. These are the fingers. This is my head. This is my hat. My hat is in my hand. It is in my hand. My hat is on my head. It is on my head. This is my hat. That is his hat. His hat is on his head. Her hat is in her hand. That is your hat. It is on the table. Those are your hats. They are on the table. These are my hands. This is my right hand. This is my left hand. Those are your hands. That is your right hand. That is your left hand. His hat is on the table. He will take his hat off the table. He is taking it off the table. He took it off the table. He will put his hat on his head. He is putting his hat on his head. He put his hat on his head. He put it on. It was on the table. It is on his head. He will take his hat off his head. He is taking his hat off his head. His hat is in his hand. It was on his head. He took his hat off. It is in his hand. This is a hat. These are hats. This is a hand. These are hands. This is a table. These are tables. This is a man. These are men. This is a woman. These are women. This is a man. This is his hand. It is the man's hand. This is a woman. This is her hand. It is the woman's hand. This is a man's hat. It is on a man's head. Now it is in the man's hands. It is in his hands. This is a woman's hat. it is on a woman's head. Now it is in the woman's hands. It is in her hands. He will give his hat to the man. He is giving his hat to the man. He gave it to the man. He gave it to him. It is in the man's hands now. The man will give his hat to the woman. He is giving his hat to the woman. He gave it to the woman. He gave it to her. It is in the woman's hands now. The woman will put the hat on the table. She is putting it on the table. She put it there. It was in her hand. It is on the table. This is a ship. These are ships. This ship is in the bottle. These ships are on the water. This is water. This is water. This is a bottle. The bottle is in a man's hand. This is a glass. It is on the table. Now the glass is off the table. The glass and the water are on the floor. This is a bottle, and this is a bottle. This and this are bottles. This is a glass, and this is a glass. These are glasses. That is a bird, and that is a bird. Those are birds. They are birds. That man and that woman are there. This man and this woman are here. This is a man. These are his arms. These are his legs. These are his feet. This is an arm. This is a leg. This is a foot. This is a table. These are its legs. Its feet are on the floor. This is a seat. These are its arms. These are its legs. Its feet are on the floor. This is a room. These are the windows. This is a door. This is a picture. This is a door. This is the floor of the room. These are the windows of the room. This is a window, and this is a window. This window is shut. This window is open. This door is open. This door is shut. This is a wall of the room. This is a wall. A picture is on this wall. This is the floor of the room. This is a picture of a man and a woman. This is the cord of the picture. This is a hook. This is the frame of the picture. This is a house. This is a window of the house. These are windows of the house. This is the door of the house. These are houses. This is a street. This man is in the street. That is his house. The man will go to his house. He is going to his house. The man went to his house. He is there. He went there. He was here. He is at his door. He is at the door of his house. What is this? It is a hat. What is this? Is a question. It is a hat is an answer. This is a question mark. We put question marks after questions. Is this a hat? That is the question. Yes, it is. That is an answer. Is this a hat? No, it is not a hat. It is a hand. That is an answer. What is this? This is a clock. What is the time? The time is 1. One hand is at 1. What is the time? The time is 2. It was 1. It will be 3. What is the time? The time is 4. It was 3. It will be 5. What is the time? Now the time is 6. It was 5. It will be 7. Now the time is 8. It was 7. It will be 9. What is the time? Now the time is 10. It was 9. It will be 11. What is the time? The time is 12. It was 11. It will be 1. The 2 hands are at 12 now. These are the numbers from 1 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What are things? A house is a thing. Houses are things. A hat is a thing. Hats are things. Doors and windows are things. Tables and seats are things. This is a man. This is a woman. This is a boy. This is a girl. Men and women and boys and girls are not things. They are people. You are a person. There are 2 people in this room. They are a boy and a girl. The girl is at the door. The boy is at the window. The girl will go to the window. She will be with the boy at the window. She will be with him at the window. The girl is going to the window. Where was she? She was at the door. She went to the window. Where is she now? She is at the window now. She is with the boy. They are at the window together. She is with him at the window. He is with her at the window. These books are together on the shelf. These books are not together. They are on the shelf, but they are not together. The girl and the boy will go from the window. They are going from the window. They were at the window. They went from the window. She went with him, and he went with her. Now they are at the door together. The boy is with the girl at the door. She is at the door again. This is my head. That is her head. These are my eyes. This is one eye. This is the other eye. Her eyes are open. Her eyes are shut. My eyes are open. I see. Her eyes are shut. She does not see. I see her. She does not see me. Now her eyes are open. She sees. What does she see? She sees me. I see her. Our eyes are open. Her eyes are open. She sees. They were shut. She did not see. She did not see me. Her eyes are shut. They were open. She saw. What did she see? She saw me. A man has 2 eyes. I have 2 eyes. These are my eyes. A man has a nose. I have a nose. This is my nose. A man has a mouth. I have a mouth. This is my mouth. This man's mouth is open. He is saying mouth. His mouth is shut. He is not saying mouth. His mouth is shut. He will say mouths. He is saying mouths. He said mouths. He is not saying mouths now. His mouth is shut again. These are 3 books. They are on a shelf. This book is between the other 2 books. I have the book in my hand now. It was on the shelf. It was between the other 2 books on the shelf. These are the pages of the book. These are the covers of the book. The pages are between the covers of the book. These are the fingers of my hand. This finger is between these other 2 fingers of my hand. My nose is between my eyes, and it is between my eyes and my mouth. My mouth is under my nose. My nose is over my mouth. Our noses are over our mouths. The light is over the table. The dog is under the table. This is a clock. It is on the wall. It is over the bookshelves. The bookshelves are under the clock. This is his hair. It is short. This is her hair. It is long. These are his ears. Where are her ears? They are under her hair. Her hair is over her ears. This is his head. This is his face. His eyes, his nose, and his mouth are parts of his face. This is a clock. It has a face. This is the face of the clock. The clock has 2 hands, a long hand and a short hand. The long hand is at 5. The short hand is between 7 and 8. A clock has a face. It has no nose. It has no eyes. It has no mouth. It has no ears. It has no hair, but it has a face. It has a face and 2 hands, the long hand and the short hand. The long hand of the clock is between 1 and 2. 1 is before 2. 2 is between 1 and 3. 3 is after 2, and 2 is after 1. I have this book in my hands. It was on the shelf with the other books. It was between the other 2 books before I took it from the shelf. I have it in my hand. I am putting it between the other two books. Then it will be with the other books. Now it is on the shelf again. It was in my hand. I had it in my hand. It is not in my hand. Where is it? This is a room. What do you see in the room? Do you see the floor and 3 walls of the room? Do you see them? Do you see a door and 2 windows? Is one of the windows open? Is the other window shut? Do you see 2 seats and the bookshelves between them? Do you see the clock over the bookshelves? Yes, I see them. These things are in the room. The room is in a house. This is a face. Eyes, nose, and mouth are parts of a face. Which are the eyes? Which is the nose? Which is the mouth? These are my hands. Which is my right hand? Which is my left hand? Which are my thumbs? Which are my fingers? This is a man. Which are his arms? Which are his hands? Which are his legs? Which are his feet? This is his head. These are his arms. These are his legs. These are his feet. What is this? This is his body. His head, his arms, his leg, and his body are parts of a man. He has a body. She has a body. All men and women and boys and girls have bodies. This baby has a body. This dog has a body. This is his tail. This is his body. He has 4 legs and a head and a tail. He has no arms or hands, but he has feet. His head, his body, his legs, and his tail are parts of a dog. This is a dog's head. Which is his mouth? Which are his eyes? Which are his ears? Which is his nose? This is a foot. These are toes. They are parts of a foot. These parts of a foot are its toes. This is a toe. This is a leg. This is a knee. It is part of a leg. This part of a leg is its knee. Our legs are parts of us. This is a neck. It is part of a man. It is between his head and his body. The part which is between his head and his body is his neck. This is a man's head. This is his chin. It is under his mouth. It is a part of his face. The part which is under his mouth is his chin. This is a man's body. The part which is between his head, his arms, and his legs is his body. This is his body. This part of him is his chest. This is a chest of drawers. This man has his finger on his chin. This man has his hand on his chest. This baby is on his hands and knees. This baby is on his hands and feet. This baby is on his knees. This baby is on his feet. Who is this? He is John Smith. His name is John Smith. Where is John Smith? He is at the door of his house. He has his hand in his pocket. He is taking a key from his pocket. This is a key. These are other keys. He will put the key in the lock of the door. He is putting the key in the lock. He is giving a turn to the key. He is giving a push to the door. The door is open now. John took the key from the lock. He is putting it in his pocket. He will go into his house. He is going into the house. He went into the house. He is in the house. The door is shut. This is a room in the house. Is John in the room? No, he is not. He will come into the room. He is coming into the room. He will go to the table. Mr. Smith came into the room. He went to the table. Is Ms. Smith in the room? No, she is not. She is in the house, but she is not in the room. She is in another room in the house. Who is this? This is Mary Smith. She is Ms. Smith. Her name is Mary Smith. This is one of the doors of the room. This is the other door. This is one of the windows of the room. This is another window. And this is another window. One window is open. The other windows are shut. This is one of my hands. It is my left hand. This is my other hand. It is my right hand. This is one of my fingers. This is my left thumb. These are the other fingers of my left hand. Ms. Smith is not in the room. She went out of the room. She went through this door. Mr. Smith is in the room. He came into the room. He came through this door. Mr. Smith is putting his hat on the table. He will go out of the room through this door. He put his hat on the table. It is on the table now. He went out of the room through this door. Mary is coming into the room. She is going to the table. She will see the hat. She sees it. She saw it. When did she see it? She saw it after she went to the table. What is that? John's hat. What is that? John's hat. She will take the hat in her hand. She is taking it. She took it in her hand. She is going out of the room. She has the hat in her hand. She went out of the room with John's hat. She is in another room now. She came into this room through this door. She has the hat with her. What are these? They are hooks. That is another hat. It is on a hook. She will put John's hat on a hook. She will put it on a hook with the other hat. She put it on the hook. Now it is with the other hat. The other hat is one of Mary's hats. John is coming into the room again. He came into the room. He went to the table. He is there now. The hat is not on the table. He is saying, "Where is my hat? I put it on the table." Where is my hat? It is not on my head. It isn't here. It isn't here. Where is it? Mary, where is my hat? Where are you, Mary? Here is Mary. She is coming into the room. She says, "Here I am." Where is your hat? You put it on the table. It was on the table. I took it. I put it in the other room. It is on a hook there. You will see it there. John says, "I will get my hat." He is getting it. Did he get it? Yes, he has it. He went out of the room. When he saw the hat, he took it off the hook. He came into the room again with the hat in his hands. He got it. He is giving the hat to Mary. See what is in the hat, Mary? What is in the hat? Mary will see. What is she taking from the hat? What is that in her hand? It is money. Do you see? She sees. What does she see? $1,000. The money is in her hand. It was in the hat. Where was the hat? It was on the table. What did she see? She saw the hat. She did not see the money. She put the hat in the other room. John went there and got it. Who got it? John did. Does she see the money now? Yes, she sees it. Oh, John, where did you get it? I was in the street. I was coming here. The wind came. It took my hat off. I went after my hat. When I took it up, there was this money. The money was under the hat. The hat was over the money. The wind came. My hat went up. When the wind came, my hat went up. The hat came down again. It was over the money. The money was under the hat. What is Mary doing? She is taking things from a drawer. What are those things in the drawer? They are knives, forks, and spoons. Knife, fork, spoon. The drawer has knives, forks, and spoons in it. Mary has a knife, a fork, and a spoon in her right hand. She took them from the drawer. She will put them on the table. These are drawers. One of them is open. The other two drawers are shut. Mary is getting the soup. These are plates of soup. John is taking the seats to the table. Mary is in her seat at the table. John is in his seat. They are in their seats at the table. Now they are taking their soup. They have their spoons in their hands. John is saying to Mary, "I took the hat up." Mary is saying to John, "Where did the money come from?" John said, "I saw it there under the hat." Mary said, "But who put it there?" John said, Nobody put it there. The money was there, and the wind came and put the hat down over the money. What will we do with our money? What will you do? I will get a new dress. This dress is new. This dress is old. And what will you get? I will get a new pipe. This pipe is new. This pipe is old. Mary is getting the new dress. She is in a store. The other woman has 2 dresses in her hands. This is the store. Dresses and hats and shoes are in the window of the store. These are shoes. They are women's shoes. These are stockings. These are gloves. Dresses and stockings and shoes and gloves are clothing. This is a tree. This is a branch of the tree. An apple is on this branch. It is over the girl's head. She will take the apple from the branch. She will put her hand up. She put her hand up. She took the apple. It is in her hand. She took the apple which is in her hand. She has it in her hand. She is putting it in her basket. She put it in her basket. She had it in her hand before she put it in her basket. It was on the branch before she put her hand up and took it. After she took the apple, she put it in the basket. Then she put her basket down. The apple was up on the tree. Now it is down in the basket. When was the apple on the branch? When was it over her head? It was on the branch before she took it. It was on the branch then. When did she take it? She took it after she put her hand up. She took it then. When did she put it in the basket? She put it in the basket after she took it from the branch. When did she have the apple in her hand? She had it in her hand after she took it from the branch and before she put it in the basket. This is a box. This is the front of the box. This is a house. This is the front of the house. This is the front door. This is the back of the box, and these are the sides of the box. This is a coat. This is the front of the coat. These are the arms of the coat. These are the sides of the coat. And this is the back of the coat. These are a man's arms. These are his sides. And this is his back. Who is this? This is Ms. Smith. She is Mary Smith. Mary Smith is her name. What is that? What is in her hands? It is a tray. She has a tray in her hands. She will put the tray on the table. She is putting the tray on the table. She put the tray on the table. It was in her hands. It is on the table now. Here is the tray. What are these things on the tray? These are glasses. What are these? They are forks. What is this? It is a knife. What are these? They are 2 other knives. What are these? They are spoons. What is this? It is another spoon. What is this? It is a plate. These are 3 other plates. Ms. Smith is taking a knife and fork off the tray. She has them in her hands. She is putting them on the table. Now she is putting the plates on the table. She put the knives and forks and spoons and plates and glasses on the table. She put these things on the table. Mary Smith will go from the table to the door. She is going to the door. The door is shut. She went out of the room. The door is open now. It was shut. Mary Smith is not in the room. She was in the room. She went out of the room. Mary is making soup. This is a plate of soup. She will make the soup from milk and potatoes. These are potatoes. This is a bottle of milk. It is cow's milk. This is a cow. Cows are animals. These are some other animals. A pig, a sheep, a horse. We get milk from cows. Mary is putting some milk in a cup. The milk is going into the cup. Mary has a potato in her hand. She is taking its skin off with a knife. We get potatoes from the roots of a plant. Here they are in the earth. We get them up with a fork. This is a plant. This is its flower. These are its leaves. These are its fruit. This is a branch. This is its stem. These are its roots. These are roots of other plants. Mary is making the soup. This is the pot. This is the cover of the pot. She will make the soup in this pot. She put the potatoes in the pot. The water in the pot is boiling. This is steam. This is a flame. The pot is over the flame. The flame is under the pot. This water is boiling. It is giving off steam. The heat of the flame is making it give off steam. Ice is solid. This is ice. Water is a liquid. This is water. This is a tray. It is a tray of ice. Ice is cold. The room is warm. The heat of the flame is making the room warm. The things in the room are warm. Ice is not warm. It is cold. This is a bird. It is on a tree. The other birds are not on the tree. They are in the air. This is a plane. It is in the air. It is an airplane. It is going through the air. These are airplanes. We take in air through our mouths and through our noses. The air comes in. Then it goes out. That is a breath. The air is coming out. It is warm. When it comes out, it is warm. Put your hand here. Your breath is warm. The room is warm. The water in the pot is very warm. It is boiling. The air over the flame is very warm. It goes up. The air under the flame is not very warm. It goes up to the flame. This is the ice box. It has ice in it. The air in the icebox is cold. This is milk. These are eggs. This is the icebox. Mary keeps the milk in the icebox. She keeps it in the cold air. The air in the icebox is cold. The cold air keeps the milk cold. This is a clock. A clock is an instrument for measuring time. This is an instrument for measuring heat. Very warm, warm, cold, very cold. This is a measure. It is a yard measure. There are 3 feet in a yard. There are 12 inches in a foot. This is Mary's foot. These are her feet. This is John's foot. It is 10 inches long. The walls and floor of the icebox are thick. This is a thin line. This is a thick line. The thick walls keep the heat of the room out of the icebox. They keep the heat from the milk. The cold air in the icebox keeps the milk good. John is having a drink. He is having a drink of milk from a glass. The milk is good. John is happy. This milk is not good. It is bad. John is not happy. This is meat. Mary keeps the meat in the icebox. This is bread. Mary does not keep the bread in the icebox. She keeps it in a bread box. This is cheese. We make cheese from milk. We get milk from cows. This is butter. We make butter from milk. Mary keeps the butter with the milk in the icebox. She keeps the cheese there. These are apples. These are oranges. Apples and oranges are fruit. Does Mary keep the fruit in the icebox? What is the time? The time is 5. It is 5. Mary will make the soup. What is the time? It's 5:30. Mary is making the soup. The potatoes are in the pot. The water in the pot is boiling. It is 5:40. Mary has a fork in her hand. She is putting the fork into the potatoes. The potatoes are hard. The fork does not go into them. It is 5:50. Mary is putting the fork in again. She is doing it again. The potatoes are soft. The fork goes into them. She is taking them out of the pot and putting them on a plate. The potatoes are on the plate. They were in the pot. They were hard. They are soft now. Mary is crushing them with a fork. They are not hard now. They are soft. Bread is soft. Meat is soft. Glass is hard. Butter is soft. John has a bit of cheese in his fingers. He is putting the bit of cheese in his mouth. Now it is between his teeth. This is his mouth. This is a tooth. These are teeth. The cheese is not soft. It is hard. John's teeth do not go into the cheese. Mary put the potatoes and the milk and other things into the pot. This is salt. She put the pot over a low flame. She put the cover on the pot. The low flame is under the pot. This flame is low. This flame is high. This building is high. This building is low. What is the time? It is 6. Mary is tasting the soup. It has a good taste. The soup is ready. Now she is putting the soup in the plates. It was in the pot. Now it is in the plates. She made the soup. She put it in the plates. She took them to the table. The plates are on the table. The soup is ready. It is good soup. Mary made it. Soup, potatoes, milk, meat, bread, butter, cheese, apples, oranges are food. They are different sorts of food. An apple, an orange. Apples and oranges are different sorts of fruits. These are different sorts of glasses. These are different sorts of boxes. Glasses and boxes and fingers and dresses and flames are things. They are different sorts of things. Cows and sheep and pigs and horses and goats are animals. They are different sorts of animals. These are different sorts of plants. This is the leaf of one sort of plant. This is the leaf of another sort of plant. These are the same. These are different. These are the same. These are different. These plates are the same. These plates are different. These glasses are the same. These are different. Here are a woman and a boy. The boy is the woman's son. She is his mother. He is her son. Here are a woman and a girl. The girl is the woman's daughter. The woman is her mother. Here are a man and his son. The man is the father of the boy. He is the boy's father. Here are a man and his daughter. He is the father of the girl. He is the girl's father. She is his daughter. The boy is the brother of the girl. He is the girl's brother. He is her brother. The girl is the sister of the boy. She is the boy's sister. She is his sister. This man and woman have 2 sons and 3 daughters. This boy has 1 brother and 3 sisters. This girl has 2 brothers and 2 sisters. They are a family of 7. Here are Ms. Smith, her daughter Jane, and her son Tom. They are at the table. They are having their potato soup. Potato soup is a thick soup. It is not clear. Thick soup and clear soup are 2 different sorts of soup. This water is clear. When a liquid is clear, we see through it. Milk is not a clear liquid. We do not see through it. The air is clear. I see the mountains. When the air is not clear, I do not see them. This soup is clear. We see the spoon through it. Potato soup is a thick soup. We do not see the spoon through it. Who is this? This is Mary Smith. She made the soup. This is Mary who made the soup. This is the soup. Mary made it. This is the soup which Mary made. This is the milk. Mary put it in the soup. This is the milk which Mary put in the soup. This is a spoon. It is in my hand. This is a spoon which is in my hand. That is a glass of water. It is on the table. That is a glass of water which is on the table. This is a bone. It was in the dog's mouth. This is a bone which was in the dog's mouth. This is a dog. He had the bone. This is the dog who had it.
This is a bedroom. There are 2 beds in it. This seat is by the bed. What is on the seat? A bag is on the seat. A woman is by the bed. Who is she? She is Mrs. Smith. What is she doing? She is putting things into the bag. What is she putting into the bag? She is putting Mr. Smith's things into it. Mr. Smith is going to California. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are in New York State. He will go by train. This is a train. From New York State to California is a long journey. What will he take with him to California? He will take some shirts. He will take some socks. He will not take old socks. Old socks have holes in them. He will take new socks. New socks have no holes in them. These trousers have a hole in them. They are old trousers. He will take some shoes. He will put them in a shoe bag. The shoe bag will keep the other things clean. The bag is between the shoes and the shirt. The shoes will not make the shirt dirty. My hands are dirty. My hands are clean. This cloth is dirty. This cloth is clean. This plate is clean. This plate is dirty. His face is dirty. His face is clean. The plate is dirty, but the cloth is clean. Now the cloth is dirty, but the plate is clean. This is a basin. There is warm water in it. This is soap. What is she doing? She is washing her hands with soap and warm water. Her hands are wet now, but they are clean. They were dirty. What is she doing? She is drying her hands on a cloth. Her hands were wet. Now they are dry. They were dirty. Now they are clean. What is this? It is a brush. It is a toothbrush. What is this? It is toothpaste. She is putting some toothpaste on the brush. Now she is brushing her teeth. Her teeth will be clean. They will be clean and white. What is this? It is a comb. And this? It is a brush. It is a hairbrush. She is brushing her hair. Now she is combing her hair. What are these? They are pins. One pin is very like another pin. This pin is like this pin, but they are 2 pins. They are not the same pin. They are different pins. These are 3 hairpins. They are different hairpins. She has a hairpin in her hand. She is putting it in her hair. Now it is in her hair. It was in her hand. It is in her hair now. But it is the same hairpin. He is brushing his hair. He does not put pins in his hair. Mrs. Smith put some shirts and some socks and shoes in a shoe bag, and a comb and brushes and toothpaste and soap and a washcloth in Mr. Smith's bag. She put all these things in his bag. Mr. Smith will go to the station in a taxi. This is a taxi. Mr. Smith is getting into it. He has his bag with him. This is the station. The taxi is in front of the station. The time is 8 o'clock. The train will go at 8:30. Mr. Smith is getting out of the taxi. Now he is going into the station. This is the waiting room in the station. Those men and women on the seats in the waiting room are waiting. They are waiting for their trains. Here is a train. This is the engine of a train. This is the bell on the engine. These are rails. The train goes on these rails. It is a railroad train. Here is the ticket office in the station. Mr. Smith got his ticket here. Here is his ticket. He gave $841.80 for his ticket. These are tickets. How much was his ticket for the journey to Los Angeles? It was $841.80. How long is the journey? 4 days. Which days will he be on the train? He will be on the train Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The other days of the week are Thursday, Friday, Saturday. How much money did he take with him for his journey? He took $519. Mr. Smith has friends in California. Here are his friends. He and his friends are shaking hands. His friends were waiting for him at the station. They say, "Did you have a good journey?" He says, "Yes, but it was a long journey." His friend says, "Let me have your bag, please." He will go with his friends to their house. This is a letter, A. These are letters A, B, C. This is a word, man. 3 letters make the word man. The man is writing a letter. He is writing on paper with a pen. This is the letter. It is in Mr. Rowe's writing. Mr. Rowe will send the letter to Mr. Doe. Here is the letter ready for the post. Here is the stamp. Mr. Doe's name and street and town are on the letter. MASS is short for Massachusetts. Middlefield is in Massachusetts. This is the back of the letter. Mr. Rowe's name and the town where he is living are on the back of the letter. ME is short for Maine. Bar Harbor is in Maine. Massachusetts and Maine are 2 states of the United States of America. Mr. Smith is writing a card to Mrs. Smith. He is in San Francisco. On one side of the card is a picture of the harbor. Here is the picture. This is a picture postcard. Here is the other side of the card. Mr. Smith is putting Mrs. Smith's name on it. He will put her street under the name. He will put her town under the street. Then he will put the state where her town is. Now the card is ready for the post. There is a stamp on the card. Mrs. Smith's name and street and town are on the right-hand side of the card. Mrs. Smith's town is in New York State. Mr. Smith is taking the card to the post office. He is going up the steps. He will put the card in the letter box on the wall of the post office. He is sending the card to Mrs. Smith. This morning, Mrs. Smith got the card which Mr. Smith sent to her from San Francisco. She is reading it now. She is reading, "I had a good journey." Reading and writing are parts of our education. We get a great part of our education at school. These boys and girls are at school. The teacher is teaching them. Mrs. Smith is sending Jane and Tom to school. They will be at school before 9. They get good teaching at school. At school, Tom and Jane are learning. They were reading and now they are writing. Tom is writing the word learning on the board. The teacher is teaching him the word learning. Now Tom and Jane are back from school. Jane is reading a story. It is 8:30. Tom is writing at the table. Tom's dog is at his feet. Mrs. Smith is reading the newspaper. Tom and Jane are getting a good education. They get some of it at school, and they get some of it from their mother and father. Mrs. Smith is taking a look at Tom's work. It is good work. Now Mrs. Smith is writing a letter to Mr. Smith. She sends love from Tom and Jane to their father. She will send the letter to Mr. Smith. She has the letter in her hand. Now she is sending the letter. She sent the letter. This is a plate. The plate is round. This is an orange. The orange is round. The face of the clock is round. The hands of the clock go round. This is the earth. The earth is round. This is the moon. The moon is round. This is the sun. This is the sky. This is a cloud in the sky. This is the earth. The sun comes up in the east. The sun goes down in the west. It comes up every morning. It goes down every night. What is the time? It is 5:08 a.m. The sun is coming up now at 5:08 a.m. What is the time? It is 5:20 p.m. The sun is going down now at 5:20 p.m. Yesterday, the sun came up at 5:07 a.m. and went down at 8:19 p.m. Today, the sun came up at 5:06 a.m. and will go down at 8:20 p.m. Tomorrow it will come up at 5:05 a.m. and will go down at 8:21. This is night. This is the earth. That is a star. This is morning. The sun is coming up. North, south, east, west are 4 directions. There are 24 hours in one day. 24 hours make one day. 2 and 2 make 4. 3 and 5 make 8. What do 5 and 6 make? Do they make 10 or 11 or 12? That is a question. The answer is 11. Say these numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What number comes after 12? 13. What comes after 13? 14. What comes after 14? 15. What numbers come after 15? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 21, 30, 31, 40, 41, 50, 51, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 101, 1,000, 1,000,000. This boy's name is Tom. This girl's name is Jane. Tom is making something. Jane is saying, "What are you making, Tom?" Tom is saying, "I am making a house." This is a box. This is one side of the box. This is the opposite side of the box. This is the front of the box, and this is the back of the box. This is the floor of the box, and this is the cover of the box. Now this side will be one wall of the house. I will put a window in here. This will be the opposite wall of the house. I will put another window in this opposite wall. The front of the box will be the front of the house. I will put a step under the door. This is a step. These are steps. 3 steps. Jane said, "A house has a roof. Will you put a roof on the house?" "How will you make the roof?" "I will make the roof from the cover of the box." "No, there is not enough wood in the cover." "How long is the cover?" "How wide is the cover?" "I am measuring it." "The cover is not long enough." "It is not wide enough. The roof is like this." Here is a wider bit of wood. It is wider and it is longer. I will make the roof from this other bit of wood. I will make a cut in this wood. I will make a cut at this angle. This is an angle. This is an angle. This is a right angle. This is another right angle. What are you doing, Tom? I am measuring the wood. It is good wood. This is a measure. We get wood from trees. These are trees. Some wood is hard. Some wood is soft. This is a tree. These are its roots. We get hardwood from some trees. They give hardwood to us. Other trees give softwood to us. Now I am making a cut at this angle in this bit of wood. The blade is going through the wood. This is my knife. This is the blade of my knife. I am making a line on the wood. I am making a line with a pencil. This is the pencil. This is the line. Keep on the line when you are cutting. Don't go off it. Oh, you are going off the line. The cut is not on the line. That is bad. The cut is off the line. You did that. You gave a push to the table. No, I did not. Your knife went off the line. Yes, it went off the line. Do it again. It's not very bad. Here is the line, and here is the cut. A straight line, a bent line. Tom is making another attempt. That is better. The cut is straight. The blade of the knife went straight. Good. Now I have these 2 bits of wood. I will put them together like this. There is the roof of the house. Now I will put the two parts of the roof together with nails. These are nails. I will make a hole through this part of the roof into the other part of the roof. Tom is making the holes for the nails. Now he is putting the nails in with his hammer. Now the two parts of the roof are together. These are the nails. The roof is ready. Is it strong? Oh, yes, it is very strong. Don't do that. Oh, now it is broken. But you said it is very strong. It wasn't strong. I will make it stronger. Give the roof to me, please. I'm giving it to you. Is this line long? This line is longer. Is this bit of wood strong? This bit of wood is stronger. Here are the supports for the roof. Will you put another support for it in the middle? Where? Here, in the middle. Yes, that is better. This is a straight line. This is one end of it. This is the middle of it. This is the other end. This is a bent line. That will be better. That will make the roof stronger. Jane is making something. What are you doing, Jane? I am making a coat and trousers. Here are the trousers. Here is the coat. Has your coat a collar? Yes, it has. Here is the collar. This is the front of the coat. Here is the collar of the coat. This is the back of the coat. This is one side of it. This is one pocket of it. Here is the other side. This is the right side. This is the left side. These are the arms of the coat. The right arm, the left arm. These are the buttons of the coat. This is a button. This is a buttonhole. This is a needle. This is thread. What are you doing with your needle now? I am putting this button on the coat, and I am making the buttonholes. The girl will put the end of the thread through the needle. She has the needle in the fingers of one hand and the thread in the fingers of the other hand. This is the end of the thread. This is the hole in the needle. It is the eye of the needle. The end of the thread is not going straight. It is not going through the hole in the needle. The thread did not go through the needle. It is not through the hole in the needle now. It is on one side of the needle. It is on this side of the needle. Now the girl is doing it again. Is the end of the thread through the hole? No, it is not. It is on the other side of the needle. The girl is making another attempt. This time the thread will go through the hole. The end of the thread is straight. It went through. The girl is taking the end of the thread in her fingers. The thread is through the needle. Where are your scissors? Here they are. This blade is narrow. This blade is wide. Narrow? This is a narrow street. This is a wide street. These trousers are wide. These trousers are narrow. The earth goes round in 24 hours. There are 24 hours in every day. The sun comes up and goes down every day because the earth is turning round. The earth goes round the sun in a year. There are 365 days in a year. 365 days make a year. There are 7 days in a week. 7 days make a week. Here are the names of the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday is before Tuesday. Tuesday is after Monday. There are 31 or 30 or 28 days in a month. Here are the names of the months: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. January is before February. February is after January. These are the winter months: December, January, February. These are the summer months: June, July, August. These are the spring months: March, April, May. These are the fall months: September, October, November. In the north, the earth is cold in the winter. The wind is cold. Snow comes down from the sky. There are no leaves on the trees. There is ice over the water. The days are short. In the north, the earth and the air are warm in the summer. There are leaves on the trees. The days are long. There is no ice or snow. In the spring, the leaves come out on the trees. Plants come up out of the earth, and flowers come out on the plants. In the fall, the leaves come down from the branches of the trees. Fall is the time of the fall of the leaves. They are coming down. They are falling. In the spring, the days get longer. Every day is longer than the day before it. In the spring, today is longer than yesterday. In the fall, the days get shorter. Every day is shorter than the day before it. In the fall, tomorrow will be shorter than today. This line is longer than this line. The time between 3 and 4 is shorter than the time between 3 and 5. 1 hour is a shorter time than 2 hours. 15 minutes make a quarter of an hour. 30 minutes make half an hour. 45 minutes make 3/4 of an hour. Which is shorter, a quarter of an hour or half an hour? Which is shorter, the minute hand or the hour hand of a clock? This is an inch. The distance from A to B is 1 inch. Half an inch is a shorter distance than an inch. A quarter of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. 12 inches make a foot. This is a foot. How long is it? It is 10 inches long. 3 feet make a yard. This is a yard measure. There are 36 inches in a yard. These are feet. They are not 12 inches long. 1,760 yards make a mile. In half a mile, there are 880 yards. Miles, yards, feet, and inches are measures of distance. What are this man and this girl doing? They are taking a walk. In 1 hour, he will go 2 miles, and she will go 4 miles. He is slow. She is quick. She is quicker than he is. He is slower than she is. This is a train. Trains are quicker than horses or men. This is an airplane. Airplanes are quicker than trains or horses or men. This baby is 1 year old. This boy is 10 years old. This man is 30 years old. This old man is 90 years old. That is a stick in his hand. The baby is very young. How old is he? He is 1 year old. The old man is very old. How old is he? He is 90 years old. This box is 4 inches long and 3 inches wide and 2 inches high. How long is it? It is 4 inches long. This room is 20 feet long and 16 feet wide and 12 feet high. How high is the room? It is 12 feet high. This is a short coat. This is a longer coat. This is the longest coat of the 3. This is a thin book. This is a thicker book. This is the thickest book of the 3. This is a narrow street. This is a wider street. This is the widest street of the 3. Which is the narrowest street of the 3? This is a dirty face. This is a cleaner face. This is the cleanest face of the 3. Which is the dirtiest face? Glass is harder than wood. Wood is harder than bread. Bread is harder than butter. Which is the softest of these? Which is the hardest? This man is older than this boy. The boy is older than this baby. Which of them is the oldest? The baby is the youngest. He is very young. This man is stronger than this boy. The boy is not as strong as the man. He is not as old as the man. The baby is not as old as the boy or as strong as the boy. This line is as long as this line. The 2 lines are equal. This line is not as long as this line. They are not equal. A train may go 100 miles in an hour. An airplane may go 600 miles in an hour. Trains and airplanes are different sorts of transport. What are some other sorts of transport? Ships are another sort of transport. How far may a quick ship go in an hour? A quick ship may go 30 miles in an hour. Automobiles and buses are other sorts of transport. Airplanes, trains, ships, automobiles, buses, and horses and carriages take us from one place to another. We may go on our feet from one place to another. When we go on our feet, we are walking. Or we may go in a train, or in a ship, or in an automobile, or in an airplane, or on a horse, or in a bus. Some places are near to one another. Some places are far from one another. Places in Washington are near to one another. The distance from one place to another is not far. But some places in the United States are far from one another. This is a map of North America. Mackenzie River, Los Angeles, Mississippi River, Mexico City, Ottawa, New York, Washington. These are mountains. These are railroads. These are roads. These are rivers. Men and women go up mountains. Mountains are high. Trains go on railroads, a road, a river, an island. Ottawa, Washington, Mexico City, New York, and Los Angeles are towns. This is a town. The government of Canada is in Ottawa. The government of the United States is in Washington. The government of Mexico is in Mexico City. How far is Ottawa from Mexico City? The distance from Ottawa to Mexico City is about 2,300 miles. How far is New York from Los Angeles? The distance between New York and Los Angeles is about 2,500 miles. How far is the mouth of the Mackenzie River from the mouth of the Mississippi? The distance is about 3,300 miles. The mouth of a river is the place where it goes into the sea. This is the earth. We are seeing it from the north. There is more land than water on this side of the earth. This is the earth. We are seeing it from the south. There is more water than land on this side. This is the moon. The moon goes round the earth in a month. Do we ever see the other side of the moon? No. We see the same side of the moon at all times. Why? We see the same side at all times because the moon is turning round. The moon, the earth. It is going round the earth and it is turning round itself. It keeps the same side to the earth. We see the same side of the moon at all times. Sometimes we see it like this. One half of the moon is dark. The other half is bright. This is a half moon. Sometimes we see the moon like this. This part of the moon is dark. This part of it is bright. This is a quarter moon. Sometimes we see it like this. This is a new moon. This is a new hat. This is an old hat. And sometimes we see it like this. This is a full moon. This glass is full. This glass is not full. These are the changes of the moon: full, 3/4, half, a quarter, new. But at all times we see the same side of the moon. Change? What is that? Here is a change in the direction of this line. And here is another change. Here are two trains. The man was in this train. He is going to the other train. He is making a change. He is changing trains. The potatoes were hard. After a time they were soft. There was a change in the potatoes. This water was cold. Now it is boiling. That is a change. There was a change in the water. In the summer, the leaves are on the trees. In the fall, the leaves come down off the trees. That is a change. I took a newspaper and gave $1 to the man. He took the dollar and he gave a quarter and 10 cents and 5 cents. This is the money which he gave to me with the paper. The price of the paper was 60 cents. I got the paper and 40 cents from him. That money was my change. I had $1. After I got the paper, I had the paper and 40 cents. I did not have the dollar. That was a change. The distance through the earth from north to south is 7,900 miles. The distance round the earth is 24,900 miles. How far is the moon from the earth? It is 240,000 miles from the earth. How far is the sun from the earth? The distance of the sun from the earth is 93 million miles. What is that in your hand? It is a ball. The ball is small. What is that in the sky? It is the sun. The sun is great. The sun is a great ball of fire. What is the size of the sun? It is 864,000 miles through from one side to the other. What is the size of the moon? It is 2,160 miles through from one side to the other. Is the moon smaller than the earth? Is the earth smaller than the sun? Is the sun greater than the moon? The moon is near the earth. The earth is far from the sun. New York is near Washington. San Francisco is far from Washington. Are the stars smaller than the sun? No. Some of the stars are much greater than the sun. Are they nearer than the sun? No. They are much farther than the sun. How far from the Earth is the nearest star? It is over 4 light years from the Earth. What is a light year? It is the distance which light goes in a year. This is a flame. It sends out light. The sun sends out light. The light goes out from the sun in every direction. Light goes 186,300 miles in a second. How far does it go in a year? It goes about 6 trillion miles in a year. A light year is 6 trillion miles. The nearest star is over 4 light years from the Earth. The nearest star is 25 trillion miles from the Earth. The nearest stars are very far from us. Some of the stars are very much farther. The farthest stars are thousands of light years from us. The sun sends its light out in every direction. These are 4 directions. Up and down are 2 other directions. This boy has 6 apples in his hands. He is on a branch of a tree. He will send the 6 apples in different directions. He sent 1 apple north, another apple south, another east, and another west. He sent another apple down. He sent 5 apples in 5 directions. He sent the last apple up, but then it came down. Why did it come down? The first apple went north and then it came down. The other apples went south and east and west, and then they all came down to the earth. They all came down to the earth? Why did they come down? The first apple, the last apple. What is the first? What is the last? These men are in a line. This is the first man. This is the last man. Here are 3 dogs. Which is the first dog? Which is the last dog? The other dog is the dog in the middle. He is between the first dog and the last dog. 2 of the dogs are white. The other dog is black. The dog in the middle is black. Here are 2 bodies. One is a great body. It is the earth. The other is a small body. It is an apple. The apple is coming down to the earth. Why? It is coming down because there is an attraction between the 2 bodies. The attraction between them makes the apple come down. All bodies which have weight have an attraction for one another. Here are 2 bodies. These are springs. Which body has the greater weight? Here are 2 men. This man is thin. His body is thin. This man is fat. His body is fat. Which man's weight is greater? This is a scale. A scale is an instrument for measuring weight. Which man's weight is greater? They are on the scale. The weight of the thin man is 100 pounds. The weight of the fat man is 200 pounds. Clocks are instruments for measuring time. This is a watch. Watches and clocks are instruments for measuring time. This is an instrument for measuring heat. A yard measure is an instrument for measuring distance. Inches, feet, yards, meters, and miles are measures of distance. All bodies have an attraction for one another. If the bodies are great, the attraction between them is great. If the bodies are small, the attraction is small. If the bodies go farther from one another, the attraction gets smaller. Here is a light. Here is a square. It sends out light in every direction. I put the square at different distances from the light. At distance 1, it gets all the light which is going out between the lines. At distance 2, it gets 1/4 of the light. At distance 5, it gets 1/25. It is the same with the attraction between bodies. What keeps the moon up in the sky? Why does not the moon come down? The moon is a great body. Its weight is great. The earth is a great body. Its weight is 81 times the weight of the moon. 2 times 3 is 6. The moon and the earth are not very far from one another. The distance between them is about 239,000 miles. Because they are great bodies and near one another, the attraction between the moon and the earth is very great. Why does the moon not come down to the earth? That is a question. The answer is because it is going round the earth. This is a cord in my hand. The cord has a weight at its end. The weight is hanging down on the cord, which is in my hand. I make the weight go round on the cord. I keep the end of the cord in my hand. Now I let the end of the cord in my hand go. The weight goes off in a straight line. It takes the cord with it. The pull of the cord in my hand kept the weight from going off in a straight line. The attraction between the earth and the moon keeps the moon from going off in a straight line. The moon goes round and round the earth, month after month. It does not get farther from the earth or nearer to the earth. It keeps about the same distance from the earth. Here is Sir Isaac Newton, the great man of science. Newton had a great mind. He is under an apple tree. It is the year 1666. Those are apples which are over his head. The seat has 3 legs. Here is an apple which was over his head. The apple was on a branch of the tree. The apple came off the branch. It came down. It came down on Newton's head. That is the story. The story may be true or it may not be true, but that is the story. It comes from the great writer Voltaire. True? 2 plus 2 equals 4. That is true. 2 plus 2 equals 5. That is not true. It is a false statement. Apples are fruit. That statement is true. Apples are animals. That statement is false. In this story, the fall of the apple on Newton's head was the cause of the idea. The blow which the apple gave to Newton's head gave an idea to Newton. It made a question come into Newton's mind. This was the question: have the fall of the apple and the motion of the moon the same cause? Here is a ball. It is hanging on a cord. I will give a blow to the ball with this stick. I gave the blow. Now the ball is in motion. What was the cause of the motion? The blow of the stick was the cause of the motion. The ball was not in motion before the blow. It was at rest. It was hanging on the end of the cord. The blow was the cause of the motion. After the blow, the ball was in motion. The motion came from the blow. The motion was the effect of the blow. What is this? The man has an umbrella in his hand. It is open. He has it over his head. Why? Because it is raining. Water is coming down from the sky. The water is rain. Rain is coming down. Rain is falling. It is raining. The rain made the man put up his umbrella. That was the effect of the rain. Today is Monday. Yesterday the sun was bright. There were no clouds in the sky. Today there are dark clouds in the sky. They come between us and the sun. The dark clouds keep the light of the sun from us. The rain comes down from the clouds on me. It comes down on my head. The rain comes down from the clouds on us. It comes down on our heads. Why is it raining today? Yesterday the weather was good. The sun was bright. The air was warm. Today the weather is bad. The rain is coming down. The wind is blowing. It is cold and the rain makes us wet. Tomorrow the weather may be worse. It may be very cold. All the water may be ice. Snow may be coming down, making everything white. Will tomorrow be like this? Is this winter or summer? Or tomorrow the weather may be better. The sun may be bright again. The air may be warm again and the streets may be dry again. Will tomorrow be like this? What are the causes of these changes in the weather? Change? What is that? Here is a line. Here is a change in the direction of the line. This bird was wet. It was in the rain. Now it is dry. That is a change. It was wet. It is dry. What is the cause of these changes in the weather? Why are there these changes of weather? There is not one cause only. There are numbers of causes. Changes in the heat which comes to us from the sun are one cause of changes of weather. The amount of heat which the earth gets from the sun is different from time to time. There are changes in the sun. If you take a look at the sun through a bit of dark glass, you may see small marks on the face of the sun. Amount? $1 is a small amount of money. $1,000,000 is a great amount of money. A drop of rain is a very small amount of water. There is a small amount of water in this glass. There is a great amount of water in the sea. This is the sea. Those are ships which are on the sea. Changes in the heat which comes to the earth from the sun are one cause of changes in the weather. This discovery is new. A man of science made the discovery in 1944. He made it by measuring the heat which comes to the earth every day from the sun. The amount of heat is different from day to day. On some days, the sun sends more heat to the earth. On other days, it sends less heat to the earth. There is more water in this glass than in that. We are making new discoveries every day. Columbus made the discovery of America in 1492. Columbus came to America in his ship in 1492. What were some other great discoveries? One of them was fire. Fire is of very great use to us. It gives us heat. Another great discovery was the wheel. Wheels are round. They go round. A cart. They are of very great use to us. Another great discovery was clothing. What are these? These are some other sorts of clothing. The making of cloth was a great discovery. This is how we make cloth. These are threads. They go across from one side to the other of a frame. These are other threads. They go across the first threads. They go under and over them. This is cloth. This is a roll of cloth. We make clothing of cloth. We make cloth of threads. We make threads from wool and cotton and silk. We get wool from sheep. Wool is the thick, warm hair of sheep. We take the wool off the sheep's back with scissors. We make threads from the wool by twisting the hairs round and round. That wheel is going round. It is giving a twist to the thread. It is twisting the thread. We get cotton from the cotton plant. Cotton is a soft white hair round the seeds of the plant. These are different sorts of seeds. Plants come up from seeds which come from other plants of the same sort. We get silk from the silkworm. This worm makes a soft, strong thread of silk and puts it round itself like a coat. Wool, cotton, and silk are different sorts of cloth. We make clothing of all these sorts of cloth. When the weather is cold, we put on thick, warm wool clothing. When the weather is warm, we put on thin cotton clothing. Cotton clothing is not as warm as wool clothing. Thick clothing keeps us warm. It keeps us warmer than thin clothing. Thick cloth keeps air in it, between the threads. The air does not let heat go through it. A thick roof keeps the heat of the house in. A thin roof lets the heat go through it. A thick roof keeps the heat of the sun out. Here is a pencil. It is straight. It is not bent. Here is a glass of water. I put the pencil in the water. The pencil seems bent where it goes into the water. The pencil is straight, but it seems bent. It seems like this, but it is like this. It is straight, not bent. It seems bent, not straight. Before I put the pencil in the water, it seemed straight. It was straight. After I put it in the water, it seemed bent. It wasn't bent. When it is in the water, it seems bent. When it is out of the water, we see that it is straight. Why did it seem bent when it was in the water? This is a light. A light sends out light. The light which it sends out goes in straight lines. Here is a bit of glass. A ray of light is going through the glass. Where the light goes into the glass, it is bent. It is bent again where it comes out of the glass into the air. Here is your eye. You are looking at the pencil in the glass of water. The light from the pencil is bent where it comes out of the water into the air. It is bent here. The pencil is not bent, but the light from it is bent. The light comes from here, but it seems to come from here. The part of the pencil which is under the water seems to be where it is not. Here is your eye. The light from the pencil is bent here. It comes out of the water here. The point of the pencil seems to be here. It is here. The light is bent where it comes out of the water. This is a looking glass. What do you see in the looking glass? I see a girl's face in the glass. She is looking at herself in the glass. What does she see in the looking glass? She sees herself in the glass. She seems to be here. She is here. She is on this side of the glass. She seems to be on the other side of the glass. Why? Because the glass sends the light back. There seem to be two girls in this picture. There is only one. What is this man doing? He is working with a spade. That is his work. What is this woman doing? She is working with her needle. That is her work. What is this man doing? He is making shoes. He is a shoemaker. That is his work. These are shoes. These are boots. He makes boots and shoes. That is his work. What is this man doing? He is putting paint on the door. He is painting the door. He is a painter. That is his work. This is his paint. This is his brush. He puts the paint on with his paintbrush. This is addition. The boy is doing addition. That is his work. This is a bank. This is a check. We keep money in banks. Banking is an important sort of business. Men and women in banks and business houses keep accounts. This is an account. Keeping accounts is an important part of business. Keeping accounts is one sort of work. These are account books. Farming is another sort of work. This is a farm. This is a cart. This is a plow. The plow is turning up the earth. This is a field. The farmer is plowing the field. That is part of his work as a farmer. The farmer has an account with his bank. He puts his money in the bank. He keeps money in the bank. He gets money from the bank. The account says how much money he has in the bank. Farming and keeping accounts are two different sorts of work. What sort of work is this man doing? He is cutting wood. What sort of work is this woman doing? She is washing stockings and dresses. What sort of work does this man do? He keeps a store. It is a fruit store. He is a storekeeper. What sort of work does this woman do? She keeps a house. It is her house. She is a housekeeper. Put your fingers across one another like this. I have my first and second fingers across one another. Across? These two lines go across one another. My second finger is over and across my first finger. These are fingernails. Did you put your fingers across one another? That is right. You have your fingers across one another. Now, take a pencil and give a touch to one finger, and then a touch to the other, and then put the pencil between them. Do this with your eyes shut. You will have a strange feeling. Are two pencils touching your fingers, or is only one pencil touching them? Do you have the strange feeling that two pencils are there? When you are touching one finger only, you seem to be touching the other. Why is that? Here is the answer. When the two fingers are like this, or like this, they do their work together. But when they are across one another, they do not do their work together. Then a touch to one sometimes seems to be a touch to the other. What is their work? What do the ends of our fingers do? Their chief work is touching. Those fingers are touching the cover of a book. Touching gives us knowledge. When our eyes are shut, or when we are looking in another direction, or when we are not able to see, we get knowledge through touching and feeling with our fingers. The chief work of the ends of our fingers is touching. Here is a man who is not able to see. That is a Braille book which he has before him. He is reading the book with the ends of his fingers. Braille letters and words are like this. He is touching them with the ends of his fingers. This other man is reading with his eyes. He is not reading with his fingers. What are those things on his nose? They are his glasses. What is the work of the eyes? Seeing. Their work is seeing. What is the work of the ears? Hearing. Their work is hearing. What is the work of the legs? Walking. Walking is their chief work. What is the work of the mouth? Is talking or taking in food the chief work of the mouth? I say this. This is talk. What is the work of the hands? Taking things up, putting them down, getting things, giving things, making things. We do things with our hands. Seeing and hearing and touch are three of our senses. We get knowledge through our eyes, seeing, through our ears, hearing, and through our fingers, touching. These are three of our chief senses. Another sense is taste. This is a man's tongue. These are his lips. This is his chin. The chief work of the tongue is tasting. Here is some white powder on a plate. It may be salt or it may be sugar. Which is it? Salt or sugar? She is tasting the powder. She has some of it on her finger. She is putting some of the powder on her tongue. She is tasting it. We get salt from the sea. The water in the sea has salt in it. We get salt from salt mines. Some mines are deep. They go far down into the earth. We get sugar from plants. We get it from the stems of some plants. We get sugar from the root of some plants. The salt or sugar which we put in our food is a white powder. The taste of sugar is sweet. This is a cake. It has white sugar on the top. Cakes with sugar on them are very sweet. This is an orange. This is its skin. Some oranges are sweet, but the taste of their skin is bitter. Salt has a salt taste. Sugar has a sweet taste. To the eye, salt and sugar seem the same, but to the tongue they are very different. Their taste is very different. What is the work of the nose? What do we do with our noses? She has a flower in her hand. She is smelling the flower. Some flowers have a sweet smell. Some flowers have no smell. This is grass. These flowers are in a garden. They have a sweet smell. These are pigs. Some pigs are dirty. Some pigs are clean. The smell of dirty pigs is not sweet. It is a bad smell. This is smoke. This is a fire. Some smoke has a good smell. The smell may not be sweet, but it may be a good smell. He is smoking a pipe. Is the smell of the smoke good? We see things with our eyes and we see their colors. Here are some names of colors: green, blue, white, red, yellow, gray. What is the color of grass and leaves in spring? Grass and leaves in spring are green. What is the color of this girl's lips? Her lips are red. The sky is blue. It is blue when it is clear. The color of some clouds is white. Other clouds are gray. The sun is yellow. Sometimes when it is going down or coming up, it is red. This flame is yellow. We see things with our eyes. We see the sizes and colors of things. Sometimes things seem to our eyes greater or smaller than they are. They are not what they seem. This man is tall. This man is short. This is a tall woman. This is a short woman. Here are two men. Do they seem the same size? Which of them seems taller? Does the man who is farther seem taller than the man who is nearer? The pictures of them are the same size. The lines in the picture make the man who is nearer seem shorter. Seeing, hearing, touch, taste, and smell are the 5 senses, but we have more than 5 senses. Which are some of the other senses? Our sense of how warm or how cold things are is another. Here is some cold water with ice in it. It is very cold. Here is some water in a kettle. The water is boiling. Steam is coming out of the kettle. Here are 3 basins. The basin to the right has very warm water in it. The basin to the left has cold water in it. The basin in the middle has water which is not cold and not warm in it. I put my hands in the basins at the sides. One of my hands is in the cold water. The other is in the warm water. I keep them there for a time. Now I am putting them together into the middle basin where the water is not cold and not warm. What is this? This water seems warm to one hand, and it seems cold to the other. It is the same water, but it seems cold and warm at the same time. Why is this? It is because one hand was in warm water and the other in cold water before I put them in this middle basin. Another sense is our sense of motion. Here is a seat which goes round and round. A man is in the seat. He is going round and round. At first, he has a feeling that he is in motion. He has the feeling that he is going round. The seat, with the man in it, keeps on turning round at the same rate. It does not go quicker. It does not go slower. After a time, the man has a feeling that he is not in motion. But there is no change in the rate at which the seat is turning. It is going round the same number of times a minute. After a time, if the rate of turning is the same, the man seems to himself to be at rest. He is like all the men and women on the earth. We are all turning round all the time with the earth, but we seem to ourselves to be at rest. We have no feeling that we are in motion. This is because the rate of turning is the same. The man is in motion. He seems to himself to be at rest. Here are 3 boys and a dog. 2 of the boys are taking a rest. They are resting on their beds. The other boy and the dog are in motion. Now, put a stop to the motion of the seat. When you do that, the seat is at rest. The man is not in motion, but he has a feeling that he is turning round and round. This is a picture of his feelings. He is not turning round, but he seems to himself to be turning round, and everything round him seems to be turning round. Why is this? It is because change in our motion is the cause of our feelings of motion. Through our sense of motion, we get knowledge of changes in the rate and direction of our motion. What is he doing? He is hammering. This is his hammer. These are nails of different sizes. He is putting the cover on a box. He is nailing down the cover of the box. The cover is on the top of the box. The blows of the hammer make a noise. He is making a very loud noise. Mary has her hands over her ears. "What a noise," she is saying. "What a noise you are making." Some noises are loud. These are guns. Guns make loud noises. Those guns make more noise than this gun. What is this? It is a whistle. It is a steam whistle. It is making a loud noise. This boy has a pocket whistle. He is making some noise with it, but not much noise. This is music. This is a song. These are notes. This is a high note. This is a low note. This is a very high mountain. These are high mountains. This is a high building. It is a church. This is a low building. Noises and songs are sounds. What are sounds? They are the effects of waves in the air. These are waves in the sea. These are waves in a cord. One end of the cord is fixed to a tree, and the boy has the other end. He is shaking it up and down. With every shake, he sends a wave down the cord to the tree. As the wave goes down the cord, this part, which was up, goes down, and this part, which was down, goes up. These are waves in the air. They come to our ears. They have effects in our ears and brains. Those effects are sounds. Here is a brain. The part of the brain which does the most work in hearing has the word hearing on it. The most? Some things have water in them. This cup has some water in it. This bucket has more water in it. The sea has the most water in it. Some animals have brains. A horse has some brains. A monkey has more brains. And a person has the most brains of the three. I have $2. You have $20. He has $1,000. He has more money than we have. You have more money than I have. He has the most money. I have less money than he has. I have less than you have. I have the least money. This is the highest note. This is a lower note, but it is higher than this note. Which is the lowest note of the three? Farming is an important sort of work. Is it more important than banking? This mine is deep. This mine is deeper. This mine is the deepest of the three. This plate has some salt on it. This plate has more salt on it. This plate has the most salt on it. It has more salt on it than the other plates. This is a good book. These are two other good books. One of them is better than the others. It is the best book of the three. This is a bad fire. This is a worse fire. This is the worst fire of the three. She is looking at herself in a looking glass. Again and again, every day, she takes a look at herself in a glass. Whenever she sees a looking glass, she goes to it and takes a look at herself. Why? Because looking at herself in the glass gives her pleasure. She is beautiful. She sees that she is beautiful. Looking at himself in the glass gives him no pleasure. It gives him pain. Why? He sees himself. Is he beautiful? Pleasure? What is that? Pain? What is that? Put your finger in the flame. No, I will not. Why not? Because of the pain. Here is a nail. You put your fingernail over this nail, and I will give it a blow with this hammer. No, you will not. I see what pain is now. I see what the sense of the word pain is now. This is another use of the word sense. That is pain. Pleasure is the opposite of pain. Opposite? Good is the opposite of bad. Good weather. The day is bright, the air is warm, the sky is blue, they are happy. Bad weather. The wind is blowing, the rain is falling, it is cold, it is wet, they are unhappy. Bright is the opposite of dark. Warm is the opposite of cold. White is the opposite of black. What is the opposite of dry? What is the opposite of happy? Which of these is a high building? What is the other? What is the opposite of narrow? Is this street narrow? Up is the opposite of down. In is the opposite of out. To is the opposite of from. Pleasure is the opposite of pain. Beautiful things give us pleasure. When she sees herself in the glass, she sees that she is beautiful. That gives her pleasure. When I say that she is beautiful, that gives her pleasure. You are beautiful. There is a smile on her face now. Why is the smile there? It is there because she has a feeling of pleasure. Her pleasure is the cause of her smile. She is saying to herself, I am beautiful. She is saying to herself that she is beautiful. A smile does not make a sound. A laugh makes a sound. A laugh is a smile with a sound. This is a great painting by Leonardo. Its name is the Mona Lisa. The picture is beautiful, that is certain. Was the woman beautiful? Was Lisa herself beautiful? That is not certain. I have my idea of that. He has his idea. She had her idea. We may have different ideas of how beautiful that woman was. There is no measure of the beautiful. She may or may not be beautiful, but it is certain that she has a smile on her lips. That is certain. It is not certain that she is beautiful. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 and 2 are equal to 4. That is certain. 2 plus 2 equals 5. 2 and 2 are not equal to 5. That is certain. It is certain that 2 plus 2 equals 4. A is equal to B, and B is equal to C, and C is equal to D. So A is equal to D. Things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. Things which are not like one another may be equal or they may not. These two are like one another, but they are not equal. A smile is like a laugh, but a laugh makes a sound. This girl is laughing. She is happy. She has a fall. She gives a cry. Now she is crying. She is not laughing now. She is crying. Why? Because she gave her knee a blow in the fall. This is her knee. She was on her feet. Then she was on her face. She had a fall. The fall was the cause of the blow to her knee. The blow was the cause of the pain in her knee. And the pain in her knee was the cause of her crying. Pleasure and pain are feelings. We have feelings of pleasure and pain. Here are some pleasures. He is on the sand at the seaside, looking at and hearing the sound of the waves and warming himself in the sun. These are pleasures. Now he is taking a swim in the sea. He is swimming through the waves. He is a good swimmer. To a good swimmer, swimming is a pleasure. Now he is resting in the sun again after his swim. After the water, the sun on his skin is a pleasure to him. Pleasure and pain are feelings. When we put our fingers on things, we have feelings. Feelings of touch or of heat and cold. But this is another use of the word feeling. The man is feeling the bit of wood with his fingers. Is it rough or is it smooth? This is rough. This is smooth. Things which give us pleasure have an attraction for us, but it is not the same sort of attraction as the attraction between the earth and the moon. Our feeling of this attraction is named desire. When we have pleasure, we have a desire for the pleasure to go on and go on. Time goes on. The hands of the clock go on. Our feelings may or may not go on. Some desires are stronger than others. This baby sees the cat and he sees his ball. The cat has an attraction for him. He has a desire for the cat. His ball has an attraction for him. He has a desire for the ball. Which will he go to? If his desire for the cat is stronger than his desire for the ball, he will go to the cat. He went to the cat. His desire for the cat was stronger. All our desires are for things which seem good to us. They may not be good. Our ideas of them may be wrong. We get knowledge by putting questions. That is one way of getting knowledge. The answers may give us knowledge, or they may not. When the answers are right, they give us knowledge. When they are wrong, they do not give us knowledge. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Right. 2 plus 2 equals 5. Wrong. How far is the sun from the earth? Which is the right answer? It is 2 miles away, or it is much more than 2 miles away. Which is the wrong answer to the question? Which is his right hand? Which is his left hand? He is facing you. Now he has his back to you. Which is his left hand now, and which is his right? Our senses, seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling, are ways through which we get knowledge. Our ideas come to us through our senses. This is a doorway. The way into the room is through the door. The way out of the room is through the door. Which is the way to the station? Take the first street to the right. This man had no knowledge of the way to the station. Now he has knowledge. The station. The way to the station. We get knowledge in different ways through our senses, through talk with others, through the work we do with our hands and our heads, and through books. These are all ways of getting knowledge. Knowledge is very important. It is important in itself, and it is important as a way to other things. A person who has no knowledge is of no use to others. Is the word use part of your knowledge of English? Knowledge gives us light. It makes things clearer to us. This is a boy. He will be a man. He was a baby. He seems to be about 12 years old now. Every night, he has a long sleep in his bed. He goes to bed at 8 every night. He gets up every morning at 7. He gets out of bed and gives himself a good wash. He puts his clothing on. He says good morning to his mother and father and takes his place at the table. At school, he sees his friends and does his work. He keeps his thoughts on his work. He does not let his thoughts go off to other things. At play after school, he sends the ball a long way. He makes it go a long way. Then he comes back from school. Here he is with the family again. Men and women are persons. They have their work. They put and take things and give and get them. They come and go. They see and say things, keep things and let them go, make and send them. Some seem happier than others. All these sorts of things are done by men and women. Things are put and taken by them. Things are given and got by them. Things are seen and said by them. Things are kept and let go by them. Things are made and sent by them. Eve saw the apple. She took it. She gave it to Adam. Eve did these things. The apple was seen by her. It was taken by her. It was given by her to Adam. These things were done by Eve. We may say this in two ways. She saw the apple and took it and gave it to Adam. This may be said in two ways. The apple was seen by Eve and taken and given by her to Adam. I will do it. I am doing it. I did it. They will see it. They are taking it. They gave it. It will be done by me. It is being done by me. It was done by me. It will be seen by them. It is being taken by them. It was given by them. I will say it. I said it. I made it. I kept it. I let it go. I put it there. I got it. I sent it. It will be said by me. It was said by me. It was made by me. It was kept by me. It was let go by me. It was put there by me. It was got by me. It was sent by me.